Commissioner Crane is absent this evening. First of all, thank you. All right. First of all, citizen communication. So the Capital Improvement Advisory Committee welcomes comment on items relevant to the Capital Improvement Advisory Committee not already scheduled on tonight's agenda. In accordance with Texas Attorney General's opinion, any public comment that is made on an item that is not on the published agenda will only be heard by the committee. No formal action, discussion, deliberation, or comment will be made by the committee. Each person providing public comment will be limited to 3 minutes and will be asked to state his or her name and address for the record. Is there anyone wishing to address the committee this evening? Seeing no, we will move on to item number 3, the consent agenda. All matters listed under the consent agenda are considered routine by the committee and will be enacted by one motion. All items approved by consent are approved with any and all staff recommendations. There will not be a separate discussion of these items. If any committee member desires to discuss an item on the consent agenda, we will move it to the regular agenda for further consideration. Would anyone like to move an item from the consent agenda to the regular? Seeing none. All right. So we have consent agenda item 3A, approving the Capital Improvement Advisory Committee minutes from the April 1st, 2024 meeting.
I move that we approve.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Motion passes. Thank you very much. Moving on to item 5A on our agenda this evening. Discuss and consider roadway impact fee, minor study update, and ordinance consideration.
Thank you, Chair and Commission. My name is Rob Amiga. I'm the Assistant Director of Development Engineering. This update before you, just to give a little background, I think most of you have seen a similar item to this, but Sally, you might be new to the Commission for the roadway impact fee study updates. So essentially, our roadway impact fee study and the ordinance itself for application throughout the city, we're only able to adopt those land use boundaries for the service areas in portions of the city limits. So with water and wastewater, you can kind of plan for those service areas through your CCNs, but through the roadway impact fee ordinance, we actually have to do updates every time land is annexed. So this group saw the annexation, or I guess you all saw the zoning for the Foxgrove Cameron property a couple of months ago. And so this is actually the property we're talking about that was incorporated into the into the study area, so that when that property develops, we're able to assess roadway impact fees on that. So this mouse is not working, but on the far east side of town, far south, you can see that the area has incorporated into the pink area, which is known as our service area C. And so we are just incorporating the acreage from that parcel into the overall study update. Nothing else was changed in the roadway impact fee study. All the fees are the same and everything. And this is that parcel that was included. And so if you toggle back, you can kind of see it on that far east side of town. So with that, staff is recommending approval as presented. This will require that we set public hearing at City Council, which we will take on August the 13th to set public hearing. Then public hearing actually to update this ordinance and the service area will go on September 24th to the City Council for consideration. There's a notice requirement, so that's why there's such a long lag time on that. Happy to answer any questions you guys have. Thank you.
So it's just including that one new area? That's it?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
And just as an FYI, we are working with the consultant to update the overall roadway impact fee ordinance because there apparently is an ability for that to automatically be done. It's just that our ordinance doesn't reflect that. So before we annex, and since this one was already in motion, there wasn't an ability for us to retroactively change the ordinance and then not be required to do this. So we did have to come before CIAC for the consideration.
Okay. I seem to remember this one had a little bit higher density than maybe is typical out in that area. Does that affect roadway impact fee studies at all?
Yeah, so it's based on service units. So depending on the number of dwelling units and things like that. I thought it was rezoned for SFMU and single family. So depending on how dense the SFMU is, and if it's one family or two family or whatever they propose, then it could potentially be categorized as both single family and like a low density multifamily.
Gotcha.
There is a parcel west of this that we refer to as the Cameron 96 tract, and they're doing two family. And so that overall roadway impact fee was low density.
Okay.
I think we collected somewhere near $1 million for that one.
Okay. Great. Thanks.
Any further comments or questions?
Are we doing public comment or can we make a motion?
This is just us.
Oh, I move to approve.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
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 All any opposed? All right, motion passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. That completes our agenda for this evening, and we are adjourned at 6:38.